I'm 22. I've been single for a while. Been on the apps for a while, and I've been recently hooking up with this guy. It's kind of a steak too juicy kind of problem. The sex is so good that I want to quit my job.
Whoa. What the fuck?
However, he's in an open relationship of like at least 5 years, I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They live together, and it's like kind of open where they can fuck other people, but like not date other people.
Sure.
Um,
Not bad. Not bad work if you can get it.
It's good that you just got back from Europe. I feel like that primes you to answer this question.
Yeah. This is a very European setup.
very, very European of them.
Continental situation.
Well, Europeans would still
Yeah, like
figure out a way to cheat through this. They would just get a secret girlfriend because they're like, pussy's good, but I have to cheat. There's no thrill unless
This isn't even a cheat.
I'm not even betraying my partner. Okay, so you're hooking up with this guy.
Yeah. And even if they broke up, I wouldn't be interested because I don't want to be open with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But the sex is good, so I'll put up with like the girlfriend of it all, you know?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, listen, if you're not looking for anything serious, it's like, what difference does it really make? Especially if you know, the dick is good.
Yeah, the only difference is that like sometimes I see like her clothes and shit hanging in his room when we're hooking up, and like I go to the bathroom after and she's got like 400 different hair care things all over the bathroom, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Almost forgot.
Totally.
But yeah, I feel like him being in a relationship brings it down to like my level, you know? Like if he was single and looking for a relationship, he'd be way out of my league. But
interesting. Why do you say that?
He's like 6'6" and jacked and super hot, and
but he's hooking up with you. You should believe in yourself a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. I think I've gained some weight recently, so that's probably adding to the insecurity of it. But he wanted it when I was fat and skinny, so that doesn't really apply.
Yeah, exactly. No, don't sell yourself short. I mean, look, there's other reasons this wouldn't work. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
You know.
Like, I wouldn't. I'm sure even if they broke up, that they'd want something open, and I think I'd kill myself. Like if.
Yeah, you clearly couldn't handle
that, you know.
For sure. Also, this makes a lot of sense, by the way. Like, the only way a man can tread water in an open relationship is if he's like sexy as fuck, 6'6", and ripped and great at fucking. That's the only. I bet his girlfriend is just like a kind of hot lady, right? Would you say?
Yeah, I had a threesome with them once.
Nice.
And she's like pretty good at it, you know? Like,
yeah.
They're pretty matched on level, but like, you know, an average girl is way out of an average dude's league or whatever the saying is, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, so just a note to our friends, you know, what it takes to sustain an open relationship. And, you know, who amongst us hasn't thought, wouldn't an open relationship be awesome? But as a man, you have to be hot as fuck, or let's face it, rich or famous, or you know, you got to have something. You got to put your thumb on the scale one way or another to compete with a woman in an open relationship. Okay, so what's the issue? What's going on?
Now I can't have sex with other people because it's that good. I hook up with other dudes, and I can't stop comparing it to him, and I feel like I'm stuck in this like eventual path onto the sad trope of like the untouched suburban wife who has to reminisce on when she did her shit rock.
That just might be a function of being 22.
Yeah, first of all, you're too young. Also, all your problems so far are completely in your outlook. You know what I mean? Like, now look, there's a real problem to. You're with someone that you could never be in for multiple reasons. It's never going to work in terms of a real, you know, long-lasting relationship, right? That's a real issue, and they are kind of fucking it up. They're ruining the curve for everyone else in your relationship, in your sexual relationships. That's one problem. But the bigger problems I've heard so far are you preemptively putting yourself down and saying, I'd be out of his league. I'm on the way to being a sad, you know, whatever housewife that's like always reminiscing. Like, you're just coming out of the gate so negative. Whereas another way you could look at this is like, you're a happy housewife. Like, if that's what you want, right? If you want to have a family, years in the future, you're just thinking about a fun fling you had that was awesome. Like, this is not, I think part of your issue here in terms of why you're so upset is that on some level, you're like, fuck, I wish I could just date this guy, right? Like, that would be the simplest. I mean, if we're just going to be honest with ourselves here, you're like, fuck, I wish I could just date this guy. And look, maybe, I don't think it's because of anything about yourself or whatever, but like, yes, is it easier to be in somebody's like sexual roster than it is to be their monogamous girlfriend? Yes. And so maybe there's a little bit of that where you're like, fuck, would I clear this bar? Maybe you would, maybe you wouldn't, right? Who knows? But I think the reality here is it's twofold. Number one, this is fun. This is great. You're having a good time. When you want to seriously date somebody else, when you want to start looking for a real relationship, you got to walk away from this, right? That's it. This is not a relationship so much as it's like a vice dating this guy. It's like being too into, drinking or drugs or like fucking playing video games or just like
Ben and Jerry
eating. Yes, absolutely. And so that's fine. We're not prudes here. We think people can dabble in some fucking vices, but they tend to ruin your life, right? And when you want to get serious, you just got to let them go. So that's number one. That's just the harsh truth about your relationship with this guy. But number two is you got to change your outlook here because this isn't negative. This is kind of nice. And like, even if, let's say this is somebody you couldn't date, you figured out a way to fuck somebody you couldn't date. That's a win. That's not a loss. Like, this is extra dick. This is bonus dick. Don't ever think of it as like what got away, whatever. Think of it as like, whoa, that was fucking awesome. I fucked insanely hot girls that it would never work for a relationship. I'm not going to, in the future, be sad about that. I'm going to be like, whoa, that was fucking awesome. I just think about that and smile.
Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
It's literally the exact definition of that, cliche. But yeah, I think that's the reality. It's like you're a little too, you got some self-esteem problems that you got to handle. You're 22. That's pretty normal, right?
It's also, we get that with a lot of questions of like people in their 20s. A lot of times when hookup situations, crushes, whatever it may be, you feel like, oh, this is the great one.
Right.
It's hard not to think that. It's a totally relatable
It never is, by the way.
Yeah.
You're fucking stupid.
Your greatest sexual come-ups are probably still ahead of you by a lot.
For sure. And by the way, you're going to be 30 and you're going to be like, that was awesome, but that guy was fucking stupid or something. You know what I mean? Like, I've definitely thought there's women that I was in love with that I look back now and I was like, damn, that was hilarious. That person ruined my life.
Not caring at all.
I don't give a fuck at all.
Yeah.
And you will get there. You're obviously in the heat of it, but it's like you're 22, you'll grow out of it, but also you'll grow into a person that you like more than you do right now. And again, it's totally natural. I didn't love who I was at 22. I worked on some things. I got better at them. I liked who I was. Now, did I pick up some other problems that I'm currently trying to solve? Yes. But I overall like myself a lot better at 36 than I did at 22. It's not even fucking close. And I think you need to understand, like, you need to take steps to make yourself feel better about yourself, whether that's therapy, whether that is like, you mentioned the weight gain. That's natural. Working out a little bit just makes you feel better, like whatever. Improving yourself in other ways, your career, are there hobbies, are there arts that you really like? Whatever it is, you need to invest in yourself right now instead of like chasing this approval from like sexy, big-dicked, small forward sized guys.
You don't believe it now, but there is more to life than good dick. and
it took Eldest years to figure that out.
He's still working through that.
He's still working through it, but he knows it intellectually at least.
Yeah, but you will just. You will. I feel like when you're that young, like you find someone who's really good at fucking, and it does feel like the end all be all. But like, if you just fuck more people, you'll realize like sex is just like different with every person. Like good sex is different, like depending on the person, and it's like, I don't know. So I literally think you should just extend your roster and either take a cooling off period from this guy and just go out there and get some other dick, or just don't put all your eggs in this basket.
Totally.
You're not gonna like just. He's not gonna date you, and if you even like start to think like that's what you want, like
she does. She's not admitting it, but in her heart of hearts, that's what it is. But yeah,
I know deep down, like, yeah, it would be nice if he wanted to be in a monogamous relationship, but I guess my problem is, like, the only way to find out if other dudes are good at sex is to hook up with them, and, like, then I just turn into giving it up, and I don't feel like doing that all the time, you know?
Sure. That's fine, but it's like, but either way, then you have to change your approach, because the only way to really enjoy somebody like this is if you're in a sort of like hoe phase that he's kind of he's like the top of the roster. That's a little treat. Oh, I get to fuck this guy this week or whatever, right? If you're sort of semi-monogamous with a guy in an open relationship, you're sort of in no woman's land where all you're getting out of it is the like the short-term sexual gratification. But if your mindset is like, I don't feel like giving it up, like, oh, this guy's grandfathered in, my body count doesn't go up, so like that's dumb thinking, honestly. So it's like you just have to change your approach then.
You got to be ready to leave it on the table.
It's not the kind of sex you want to leave on the table, you know?
Buddy, listen,
but I hear you.
I don't know what to tell you. then keep fucking this guy, and then you will be the housewife.
Basically,
like,
you need to date.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like, your options are stop doing this and let go of this, or accept it for what it is, go in a little hoe phase, fuck a bunch of guys, figure out who you like, date a little bit. Because right now, you are basically in a relationship with this guy, and he doesn't give a fuck at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what you're doing emotionally. And the longer you do this, the more you're just allowing yourself to catch feelings slowly over time. And my actual advice to you is like, yeah, you don't want to do, like, look at this as a bonus. It was fun that it happened, but it's ultimately a hollow exercise here. If that's not what you want, again, if that's what you want, then it's perfect. Someone like this on your roster is awesome, but you clearly aren't in that mindset. You know what I mean? You
right.
And so,
This is a hard learned 22-year-old lesson.
This is 22-year-old lesson.
It's like the long story short is just like you don't have the power. He's the one that you can walk away. So you have to force yourself to like get that same power somehow and just be okay with like if this ends or something.
Just trust that you'll get over it. It's hard to see the forest for the trees at that point where you're like in the thick of it. But like as soon as it's over, maybe not as soon as it's over, but after a little while.
Yeah, it'll take a while.
Period, it'll be like, oh yeah, wow, I'm totally fine. And I didn't need to worry.
I mean, it will take a while, and who knows, you might cave and try and fuck this guy again, and he'll be like, oh yeah, sure, because you don't matter to him. You know what I mean? Like, that's another thing you have to realize, like, you don't matter to him at all. Like, that makes it easier to stop, maybe it doesn't, but,
Or try getting more threesomes with him and his girlfriend, sabotage them from
right,
within.
Right.
Put all your
I've
energy.
been settling for just using her shampoo while I'm there, and that's
put on
been
her clothes, smell like
that'll get you the outcome you desire.
Definitely,
like,
yes.
Put all your energy into sabotaging them.
All right, I guess I'll fuck some other dudes.
Up to you. Listen, or either way, but at some point you need to start preparing yourself that you have to stop fucking this guy at some point.
Yeah.
That you need to understand that is the end here.
How long has this been going on?
Well, we first hooked up like a couple years ago, but then after the threesome, it felt like having sex with people who loved each other, so I cut for a while.
He'd have a nice chuckle if he heard that.
Yeah, but this time probably a couple months.
Okay.
Well, yeah. You basically do have to like, well, like you're 22. Who really gives a fuck? You know.
Yeah.
Just
look.
keep getting dick. Keep getting that awesome dick. No big deal. But eventually, this will come to a head.
You have to understand that this has to end at some point for you to move on. But enjoy it as long as you feel like enjoying it. Is our advice.
Okay. Thank you guys. I
you
appreciate
got it.
it.
Salute.
Good luck.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye.